Good morning, Professor. Today I'm just recording a midterm project. The project is to develop a concept-based battleship game, and it allows two players to compete against each other. So I created files. Let me go through my files first. Let me explain on my file, and then we will run the program. So we have a ship, board, and game files with their H file and CPP files, and we have the main CPP file. So on the ship H files, the header file, it has a class ship. It has a private and public. It just construct with a ship. Place the ship on the grid. We have a method, method and the private and the public methods. And on the ship file, I just place the ship grid method, the void ship place ship, and get the coordinate of the ship method and return true if the ship is sync. I have the boolean method is sync, so it returns the hit point to 0, and finally it's a reduce hit point by 1 when they hit the players hit on each other. And here we have a board H file and a board CPP. So on the board file I declare the board constructor and the counter remaining ship, the place ship, that's and the attack, the boolean attack, if it is X or Y, handles the attack on the board, and all ship sync, checks if the ships are sync, all of them, so that we will know the winner. So save board, just for the file, save boards to the file, and load board, that we can drive the saved files, and then display board. So for the classes declaration, I just use the constructors to initialize the grid here. I'm just using for loop for the grid for the board, and count remaining ship I just declared it here. The method is declared here, place ship on the grid. So for starting, instead of taking all just to run on for this recording purpose, I just changed the number of ship to 3. Here the attack board at the given coordinate is here, so if it is an MP2 water, it's gonna be 0, I mean O, capital O, so if they hit, it's gonna turn to X, so the ship is S. So if they hit another one, it just just write invalid. We have an exception here, invalid, the message invalid coordinate, then try again, so it doesn't kick them out from the game, it just give a second chance. And then here it is a save border state method and load board for loading the game that's safe in the file, and the display board is declared here. And we have a game H file, so for two-player board, start a new game, take turn, and is game over. Display status, save game, and load game. Methods are here, so here the current player starts with 0, and starting a new game, just pump up this message, so the player board 0 for player 1 and 1 for player 2, and then it just gonna take the return, display the current board for the display board. So each time they hit I'm sorry, each time the hit it's gonna switch the turn for player 1 and player 2. So player is gonna pop up the message whose turn is gonna be, and enter the coordinate message is gonna prompt for the user to hit their turn. When the ball hits, you hit an enemy ship message is coming out, and if the player 1 win, it has a message that player, and if it can be player 1 or player 2 win, all ships sink when they finish the game. But for recording purpose, I just set it for 5 each of them 2 turns, so we cannot see when all ships are sunk. What else? Here we have a game. Is game over because I already set 5, so when they hit 5 for each of them, it's gonna say game over, and then display status, and then save game. We are here. We have here the playboard and 1 and 2 that's gonna be saved, and then finally load game. No saved game. If we didn't save any, it's gonna say no saved game. So the main function declaration is start new game, load game, and display main. The 2 player boards are here in the main class, and we have a while loop here, display the menu, and switch case, the case statement, start new game, and load game, and case 3, exit the game, goodbye, if the choice is 3. If it is if the user select 1, it's gonna start the game. If it is 2, loading the game, and if it is 3, exit from the game. So there's a prompt message here, and then enter the choice, and the user is gonna make the choice by entering 1 or 2 or 3. And then it's gonna prompt the players to place their ship, and here it's gonna prompt them their turn and their coordinate, to enter their coordinate. And here if you hit an enemy ship message pop up, check if all ship are sync when they finish, so player is gonna win, player 1 wins or player 2 wins, and finally game over. So if all the game board, the board displays are sync, we're gonna see this message. But for now, if we hit, when I run the program, if I hit 5 times, the program is gonna prompt the game is over. And this is for the loading game. So now let me run. Just give me a choice. So first let me choose 3, and then it's the exit from the game. Just I want to check the search choice. Now let me start choice 1. So it just prompt enter for the ship 1. So I'm gonna give 2 and 3, 1 and 3, and 4 and 3. And then for player 2, 1 and 4, 2 and 5, 3 and 1. So the board displayed. Now I'm gonna coordinate the attack. So as a player 1, I'm gonna coordinate this. So the water space turned to X when I hit. So it's gonna be, now it's a player 2. It was a player 1 turn, and now it's gonna be the player 2. So for player 2, 1 in the 6, I'm gonna continue until I see the message game is over, or okay, now they just hit 5 times. So you hit the enemy ship and game over messages come up. When I hit the second choice, just loading the game and just saving the game and turning back me to the game. I try to correct the message around here, and accidentally I don't know what did I do. All of the programs is not functioning, and I just fix it right now again. So this is all my program is. Thank you for listening.